or evening, depending on where you're at in the world. This is your Bo, Andre. And of course, this is the Hammond organ. And then y'all see me from time to time switching between the organ and the keyboard. And I do that because I'm not a keyboardist. So, in order for me to, I guess I should say, get comfortable and playing on a keyboard, even though I've always had the keyboards, um, pretty much always had keyboards basically. Yeah, that part. Because at the time I just didn't really have a place to put the organ, so I would just revert to the keyboard, and that was just how I had to do it at the time. All right. So my thing is for beginner musicians, or maybe you already playing it for a little while. I would say I always say this: line up your ducks on what you want to do, so that way you're not wasting time. As they used to say back in the days, you filibustering around, lollygagging. um, so you're not spinning your wheels, just doing stuff you already know how to do. Practicing really technically is that you either practicing on something brand new, something that you've never done before, or again, practice could be that you have never done it in other keys. In other words, you basically only know how to play at one key or two keys or something to that effect, and you have not had a chance to perfect the same chord movements that you already doing, movements, chord progressions, and you just haven't spent time doing it. So at some point, and I probably may go ahead and say it today maybe, that I'm going to have to move away from my what I call basic theory. Well, everything we do is basic theory, honestly. We just like that word uh, intermediate, and we like that word advanced stuff. But really, all this stuff we doing is just simply um, all basic stuff, really, right? Some of us we think is not, but it is. Actually, we are just simply doing the basic theory and not realizing it. Everything we do is basic theory. Now, I'll say it again, but we seem to act like it's something out of the world, out of this world, and it's just really basic theory. It's just how you use it, the basic theory, to make it sound like you or I or whoever is advanced. For the beginning musician, a whole different story. You're just beginning. That's why I use the word beginning level. You just beginning to know how to turn on the organ, or you beginning to learn how to use the drawbar settings. You're beginning to know how to, if you're on the keyboard, you just learning how to turn the button onto the board. You just beginning to know which functions of the buttons you want to use for the piano sound, or whatever sound you trying to do. Beginner's level. You just beginning to. Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. On the organ. Oh wow. Oh oh wow. You at beginner level. That is expected, right? That's totally expected right there, right? Because you are at that beginner's level, um, trying to figure out how you want to sound, how you want to play things, how you want to represent yourself in a certain way or style or whatever. So yes, you at that beginner level. That's perfectly fine, all right. So once now you gotten through what I consider that first level, beginner's level, which is the basic stuff, learning the basic things. What is it now? You just saying to yourself or myself, I will say, well, what is it that these guys are doing when they play their stuff or whatever? How are they setting up the drawbar setting, and particularly on the organ, or and things of that nature? Or can I just get the chords? Can I just, man? And I always say this, y'all, get the chords. Um, as best you can. Now, it might be almost easier said than done on the organ because you don't know how they had the drawbar settings set up. But if you can hear them chords, find the chords, right? And now I ain't gonna lie to you. The truth of the matter is, I would definitely want to know how to tweak the drawbar settings so that my ears can somewhat potentially catch what the chords are. I know the sad part about it for me is that shoot, I don't have perfect pitch, so I can have I don't know what these dudes are really actually playing. I might catch a top note, I might catch a bottom note. At the end of the day, I don't know what these guys are playing, right? So, that's just the truth. I don't know how they had the drawbar settings up. What? 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 I catch the bass line sometimes. What? I hear on a high bass line, coming down on a low bass line. What? I'm mad already. I'm mad already. I don't know what is going on. All right. But I'm pretty sure he's in C. Right? Where's the drawbar? See, it's all about where that drawbar settings at. And I don't know where how his drawbar settings was because I can't see the keyboard from the way he video recorded it. So I don't know how his drawbar settings are, right? Right? Now I do know that we potentially could be in the middle of the keyboard. I do know possibly he might have the drawbar settings on the two white ones because of the way that sound in my ear and all this other chord progression that was moved about. I don't know what he was playing. I don't know what the dude is doing, right? I can listen to this 100 times, but I still don't get it, right? Maybe not, man. What? Now I could be wrong because he could be playing the drawbar settings with the two brown ones out. I just have to play up on the board. Or just tweak the drawbars a little bit. It depends. On that. G. I don't know what he doing. All right, I might have an idea because I hear the bass line moving to a certain G. I might have an idea, but it may not exactly be the way he fingered the moves. But I mean, it just depends, And I hear that bass line. Gee. Anyway, the point I'm saying is, get the chords if you can, right? And that's the whole game plan, is to get the chords, right? All right, and try to put some chords underneath your fingertips. Yeah, this is another one. This one might be just a little easier. All right, so this is catch the first chord. That was a little easier. Well, that was a little bit easier. Now again, I still don't really know how the drawbar settings were per se set up. I have no idea. I'm just gonna assume if he's playing the solo, that means that the voicing he has to do is low on the keyboard in the left hand low. Solo top, left hand. Because he's still holding that top. So that was a little easier, right? No, don't get me wrong. The other video will be easier too. It's just I have to know what's the start move when I heard that first chord. I will have to play that particular part over again to find out what was the actual chord he played. I mean, for sure, y'all already know. I heard that, and then I heard something like that he was doing that, but he's doing a lot of finger moving, like as if he typing or something. I'm like, what? All right, I have to figure out what is he doing between these moves, or all that kind of stuff. This one just a little bit more easier, all right? All right, so this one just a little bit easier, I would say. Now, that sound, now I'm gonna have to tweak my organ because the acoustics that was in the church when he recorded this is gonna give off a different sound versus what I'm hearing here, because the ceiling, well, might have been higher, or the ceiling might be even lower, or the Leslie might have been further away, it might have been closer, or whatever. So I might have to tweak my drawbar settings to kind of match in my own mental mind on how I'm hearing that. But for sure, no matter, I know he's twanging that, so that's a no-brainer there. So I have to tweak my drawbar setting. Now check this out. But what if he didn't use the drawbar settings in this situation? So on my organ, I might be able to find that sound that he may have not even used the drawbar setting, just hypothetically speaking. Nope. Nope. See? Now that would make me have to bring the move to the inside. See? That made me play inside closer. Did anybody catch that? So I'm using the D flat preset. How about the D preset? Oh my God, what? Oh, wow. Now, I could be very close to the sound that I'm looking for, right? But if I was looking at this video, his hand is up here. So now that brings me to this. And I have to tweak it. Too bright? Bring it in. It's not it's too bright, right? So I'm like, oh. But if you notice, when I use my D flat preset, oops, it sounds close. D preset, it sounds close. E flat, a little deep dark. What? E preset, now a little brighter. Y'all follow me now? So I'm gonna go back to this D or D flat, either one of them. If I can match the sound, Let me see. Too dark. Let me see. And if I can match it. That's why I said there's a possibility that he didn't use the drawbar setting. Because that is pretty close to the sound I'm hearing. That was the D flat preset. How about the D? At the end of the day, y'all, if you didn't catch what I'm trying to get at the end of the day, the point is I caught the movement of the notes that are being applied. And that was the key, right? All right, so I catch the move, the notes. So I caught the first few movements. And I'm just using the D flat precept on this end. I'm sorry, B flat precept. All right, we might call it the B flat precept because this is F, F sharp, G, A flat, A and B flat precept. All right, now I'm gonna use the D precept like I said because it sounded kind of, but then that makes me play here. So I'm like, that was interesting. See, now you never know what you might learn. That's where they call it practicing. When you practicing on something new or something different. Now, me sitting here doing this. Hold on. What about it? Me doing this, I've already learned how to do that. I've already spent time practicing this. So there's no point of me keep doing something I'm already familiar with. That's not practicing. That's something that I've already learned to practice on a while back. Real practice is you come into your instrument and you're trying to figure out something that somebody's doing or something that you want to learn to do on your own, that you came up with your own thought. Like no one showed me. That's just me trying to figure out what. Oh, let me see something. Oh, oh, accidental. I call this accidental because I did not take lessons to figure this out. I just came here to the keyboard and said, oh, I wonder if I can teach myself that. 5, 6, 5, 1. Can I get a witness? Get God. Ooh. Oh. Oh. All right, let's do that again. Make a mistake. That's what the practice room's all about. Uh-oh. That garden. See, make your mistakes now. Right? Because sometimes you can make mistakes and be like, oh man, I made a boo here. You know, this didn't sound correct. And as you make your mistake, you might find something that might be cool to do. This was an accident. But this was an accident. Oh! See, I'm making mistakes. But as I'm making my mistakes, I'm like, oh, that mic sound. Oh, no. And, I was making a mistake by accident, and now I came up with my own way of thinking of how I can do better, right? Um, so, C to C, that's a sus4. Oh, that won't sound right. How about take out the 4 and do this? I wonder what I can do with that, right? And then next year, I know I'm thinking, how about this tritone thing? All right, let me try this tritone thing. Wait a minute, hold on, I gotta find a tritone. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. No, hold on. Oh, okay. I'm just messing with it, yeah. I mess with it to see what I can do with it. That's, you know what I'm saying? I mess with it to see what I can come up with. You know what I'm saying? So. Or, you see what I'm saying? And play with it to see what I can get with out of it. I'll just mess with it and be original with your thing. Mess with it. I see it. Wait, I forgot what I played. I forgot what I played. This is that quick. So I forgot what I did. Y'all see what I'm saying? Is it, that's better. Was he, do I have to step back that one? Okay. All about memory, right? So now I mess with it and see what I come up with. What I said? B to C. So I'm not gonna rewrite. I start coming up with ideas in my mind because of the simple basic theory behind the madness. Now, even if I don't even know what kind of chords I'm playing, at the end of the day, I can really care less what kind of chord it is. My whole thing is get into it. And if that beat is too fast for my mindset, then of course it's no big deal. Slow it down just a hair, right? So my brains can be like, oh, let me get this. Oh, okay, that might be too slow, but you know. And spend a few minutes doing something that you've never done before. Like, I've never done this before, right? So the more I mess with this in C, right, in the key of C, you know, and it's the thing, same thing, preacher, can I get it with me? They're gone, singing. And if I need to practice both hands, so sure shall it be. 1, 3, 4, 4 up, 5. You know what I'm saying? Now that's me using the major move. Back to the 1. You see what happened there? I was like, I didn't think of that at first. I forgot what I was doing. I hate when I do that. But you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ba 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 da da. You know what I'm saying? And go up to the next. And just repeat chords you already made up. And that's how you build on your chords and chord progressions, because now you coming up with an idea on either on your own. Or you may have heard somebody doing something, you know, like I said, you know. Now in this instance, if I hear this twanging, my wife called it twinning. Now I can know what the target note is. What's my target notes? These are gonna be my target notes, right? These white notes is gonna be my target notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So if I know what my target note is gonna be, G, I know 2 notes back. And that puts me in A. If my target note is gonna be B, that's gonna put me in B. If my target note gonna be in the key of G, then I'm 2 notes back. Always just remember your target note and 2 notes back. And then I'll put you in whatever key you're trying to go to. Right? D, I always say F, same thing. Now F is gonna be a little slightly different because you're gonna be doing a slide off, what we call grace, and then kind of do the twang. Right? Target note is E. E is back to the twangy thing. My target note is C. This time it's going to do the same scenario as it was in F. So those 2 particular keys, which is F and B, I'm sorry, C, you're going to end up doing the slide off. I call it slide off. The grace and then twang. Grace, twang. That's the only ones that seems to that you have to do the slide off. And if you notice, it's really me doing the chromatic move. And all I'm doing is going back over the same note I hit. Da-da, then B flat, da-da-da, and then A, da-da-da, A flat, da-da-da. Alright, it's G, G, F sharp, da-da-da. You're just going kind of back over the note that you had already previously hit to do the move. And I'm just doing a chromatic move. And you might hear people doing, what they call runs off of that. You might hear people doing the runs and backwards or. All right. Right. You might hear people doing something like that, right? And just in a much fastest pace. You might hear that. Oh Lord! See, I told you the roll off. They call it gracing, and the other one's twanging. Grace, twang. Or I can try to do the roll. That's rolling. I'm rolling. You hear people doing that rolling. The chromatic move. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing, hands? And all that kind of stuff. And the roll off. So anyway, so that's what we call practicing. Is when you take something that you had never done before and say, hey. Now the other keys you can't do that, can't cheat with that. You can only for I get out of it is the slide off in F. You can do that. That's the only key that I know that you can use the thumb to slide off. You try to do it in A, and the pattern, y'all. Just remember pattern of movements that you're doing. So if you're in F, right, the pattern is going to be flat 3 to the 3, flat 3, 3, okay, to the 6, and then to your 1. Flat 3, what are we talking about? F scale. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. And the third is 1, 2, 3. You flat the flat third. So you're going flat third to the third, right? To the 5, and then to the 6, and then to the 1. Flat third, flat the third to the third, to the 5, to the 6, and 1. And this is the only one I know of that I realize you can do the slide up, but the rest of the other keys you can't do it because it won't allow you to. Let me see how come. Well, how come is because of the key signature or the key shape. I've tried it one day, and let me see if I can do it on okay. So if I want to go up to A and do that, right? I have to go to the key of A. Ooh, I'm from F to A now. All I have to do is what? Remember the what? The pattern. So in F, from F to A, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, I know where my 1 is. That's the 1, right? So the 1 is probably more than likely going to be at the top. Got it? I got the 1 at the top. All right, so if I know the pattern is flat 3, this is my 1, 2, 3. Where's my flat third at? Right there. Where's my third? There's no way I can do the with the thumb. You can't. You have to use your fingers. All right, so that's my what? Flat third to the third. What's the next note? 5. So flat third to the third, to the 5, to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 and 1. I can't do the slide off. You can't do the slide off like as he did in F. So you can get away with F, no problem, because you're going flat third, to the 5, to the 6, 1, and that's the pattern. All right, y'all. That's what's up. Peace and love and corn. I'll catch y'all later.